is roses. And last week we were talking about Uber receipts and how you can see where the car, Uber, the service, the car service, picked you up and dropped you off. Well, I've been feeling that my boyfriend, she says, is lying to me about a lot of things. So I decided to check his email, and I saw an Uber receipt with his route. The date of the receipt is the same date he told me he was out with his friends. He said he spent the night at a friend's house in Santa Monica, but the Uber receipt says he was dropped off at an apartment complex in West Hollywood.
Maybe he was drunk and didn't realize the difference.
Okay. I obviously tried to get a little more out of him without telling him that I have the email password, but he continues to insist he spent the night in Santa Monica. So I found other things in his email. I know he's messing around. I don't understand why he would do this to me. I love him so much, and I know he does too, but why is he doing this? I need to know who the girl is. So Tanya, North Hollywood.
She's got a lot of evidence. It sounds like.
Well, this Uber, I mean, it's breadcrumbs.
It is.
That's seriously.
Yep.
So Tanya, how are you?
I've been better.
So tell me about tell me more about this Uber receipt and what you saw.
Well, yeah, you were talking about Uber receipts, and I found this in his email. It's got a map of where he went, and it has, it's like the time and the distance, and I mean, it's an Uber receipt. So
okay, well, because when you use Uber, they tell you on the way, arrived, and then they also thank you for everything, and then send you the receipt for what you did.
It's a real trail.
Right. And in his email, yeah. So it was right there. I mean, he was charged $10.03, and the distance was 2.26 miles, and I mean, everything. It was.
You could just call the driver, because the driver's number's on there.
Could you?
Yeah, I mean, the phone number. No, I don't think there's a.
When I use it, it says like Tegan.
Yeah.
And then it gives you his face, and then Tegan will call you and say, I'm on my way. All right, we'll come back with the Ryan's Roses call next here.
You buy Coca-Cola.
Walk the radio red carpet.
Activate your VIP status now.
KIISFM.com. Keyword VIP.
Okay, Tanya?
Yeah.
We're going to make this Roses call for you. So
Thank you.
The Uber receipt. This is what you found. Your boyfriend not going where he said he was going. So you check the email, and the email comes up and it says, thanks for using Uber. And you can rate the driver, and the driver can rate you as a passenger.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah. So.
Well, then it's on record. So if you say you get a bad rating as a passenger,
they
and then you call Uber again,
they won't pick you. If you get a bad rating, they don't want to pick you up.
Yeah.
So he said he was going to a friend's house in Santa Monica, but the Uber receipt said he was dropped off at an apartment complex in West Hollywood. So you think he went to go see a girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't recognize the address, and there's too much other stuff that just, I mean, why would you lie to me and go to a place in West Hollywood and not say anything when we've been together for a couple of years? That seems stupid.
Did you ask him about this?
Yeah, well, not the Uber receipt, but I asked him, specifically about this night and where he went, and, he felt like he was lying to me, and he just kept saying, dude, it was a bachelor party. Don't worry about it, babe. Don't worry about it.
Well, there's plenty to worry about at a bachelor party.
Exactly.
To begin with.
Okay, so we're going to bring Patty in here. Patty's going to offer him some roses. And we want to see what he puts on the card. So be very quiet while we try and find out what he puts on the card and who he sends the roses to, obviously. Hopefully he sends them to you, Tanya, okay?
Okay.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Oh, Ryan, you have my permission to call right now on Kiss FM.
Okay, Tanya. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you're very welcome. Okay, Patty. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Andrew?
Yeah, this is Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. This is Patty calling from Gobble Gobble Flowers. How are you?
I'm sorry, from where?
Gobble Gobble Flowers. It's a pop-up store that I just opened for Thanksgiving, and promoting my delivery service and also my online store, and I'm offering you free roses in exchange for you to go ahead and go online and go to my Yelp profile and kindly give me a review.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's early. Free roses?
Yeah, they're free roses. All I need from you is the name of the person you want to send them to, a note, and the address. And like I said, it's a new store that I just opened up for the holidays, and all I'm asking is if you can just go ahead and give me a good review on Yelp, and also tell your friends and family about me.
All right, so this isn't something where you're going to be hitting me up for a credit card. This is totally free.
No, I'm not going to ask you for a credit card number or your billing address or any account number at all whatsoever or anything. But just the name of the person you want to send them to, the address, and a note.
Sweet, yeah. Can we do the red ones?
Yes, of course, yes.
And if I could send them to my girlfriend, actually, Tanya. It's Tania. And can I put a message?
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay. Could you just put to Tanya, hey, stop acting silly. I miss you.
Okay. So stop.
Okay. Andrew, it's Ryan Seacrest and Ellen K.
Hi, Andrew.
Your voice, you should know, is being broadcast on the radio. Is being broadcast now. And we've got Tanya on the other line who asked us to call you to find out where you went the other day. She said that she thinks that you're lying about where you were. You said you were going to spend the night at a friend's house in Santa Monica, but your Uber receipt said that you were dropped off at an apartment complex in West Hollywood, and so she wants to know where you really were and why you lied. Andrew, are you cheating on Tanya?
No, I'm not cheating.
Well, she thinks that you are.
I know, and her and I have had these conversations before.
But why does she? Why do you guys have these conversations? Why does she think that? What are you doing to make her think that?
Personally, I think she's just a little bit paranoid.
Well, she's on the line. She's on the phone with us now.
Are you on the line, right, Tanya? T, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mr. I'm washing the car, and the car is filthy. Hello?
What is that?
Baby, we've talked about this 100 times now. I don't even see why you gotta bring other people into our business.
Because you're lying, and I mean, I have proof.
Because
I mean,
I'm
you're
lying. You don't.
Okay, I'm not proud about going through your freaking emails.
I got nothing to hide here. I have nothing to hide here. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe you. See, you just.
Well,
I mean,
you know
you keep lying to me.
How do I keep lying to you? How do I keep lying to you? Every time you ask me something, I give you the answer, and then you just go, okay, and we move on.
Okay, so how are you washing the car if the car is filthy?
What are you even talking about right now?
You said, okay, 2 days ago, you said you were going to wash the car. I asked you where you were. You said you were going to go wash the car, and you came back, and the car was filthy.
Okay, Tanya, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to take him off the air because he sounds so obnoxious.
Bye, Andrew.
Yeah, he is obnoxious. I don't know.
But I don't understand the aggression in his voice and the way he talks to you. No matter what's going on, it does not sound like that's a healthy relationship. So
I know.
I think you guys should talk about whether or not you really want to be together, because if he's that defensive about saying he didn't do anything wrong and you feel like he did,
and you're that unsure,
there's just nothing healthy in that relationship. So we're gonna let you go and try and figure out what's going on there, but I don't need to speak with him anymore to realize that it's just not right with the two of you. Okay? All right, sweetheart. Good luck. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
hang in there.
1-800-520-1027. So everyone disagrees with me. I'm going to accept it this morning.
Everyone does, you know. I'm looking at the screen. And
the entire city disagrees with me.
I'm torn.
Ryan's Roses, long story short, he was using Uber and he wasn't going where he said he was going, and his girlfriend wanted to know why he wasn't telling the truth, and he was aggressive, and you know, people are saying, well, he's aggressive because you put him on the air. That's a fair point.
Yeah, and he's always on blast by Tanya.
But he just seemed so angry, and I felt like that anger was out of guilt. Now, an entire city thinks that she's cray-cray. And that she's paranoid. Don't you think Julie thinks she's paranoid, right?
Yes.
Well, paranoia can be a problem in a relationship, can't it be?
Totally.
Yeah, she shook his tail when she was on the phone. She was like starting to cry already, just giving you a call.
Yeah.
She's obviously a little crazy.
What is she supposed to do with all of her hard evidence?
I don't think that's hard evidence. I mean, a car getting washed and not getting washed. I mean, come on now. West Hollywood, Santa Monica, if you're drunk off your, you know what, you're going to forget a little bit. I think that she, obviously, I don't know if someone ruined her in the past, I'm not sure, but she seems to just nitpick everything. And I think the way he reacted is what any man that obviously has been having to put up with this time after time after time would react.
So does he have the right? So she's paranoid. Paranoia in a relationship is not good. But does he have the right to be upset and irritated, John?
Yeah, he does, actually. I was at the same point with my wife at one point, yelling at her because she's constantly accusing me. I mean, it gets annoying after a while when someone's constantly accusing you, especially if you're not doing anything.
Why'd your wife
she
think
like that?
you were cheating on her? Why was she accusing you constantly?
Working late, or one of my coworkers texted me late at night, and I even showed her my text, like, hey, look, this is what it's saying, asking me about this, asking me about that, but she's still like, no, it's inappropriate, or there must be something going on. She texted you at 9 o'clock at night. Or, you know, these little stuff like that. So she had little reasons, but it just gets annoying when you're not doing anything and someone's constantly accusing you. So I think he had every right to talk to you that way. I mean, it's going to get to a point where he's going to get fed up and he's going to want to leave her.
Yeah, well, that relationship, let's just be honest with each other amongst us brothers here. That relationship, that's not going to last.
I'm a brother and I agree.
Thank you, bro. Hey, John, thanks for calling, my man.
Hey, real quick, also, you got to change it up with the whole Ryan Roses. Everyone knows what that is. I mean, if someone called me in asking me if I free roses, I'll know exactly what it is. I mean, a lot of people know what it is. Maybe you guys should do something different.
All right.
I'll try to get people.
All right. We have to have a meeting about it. Thanks, man.
Sure you do.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Sometimes I get worried when we say that they're going to go, I know what this is. Kiss FM. And your sleeves. Alan K, what do you got?
Okay, there were reports everywhere. It was global that Taylor Kinney dumped Lady Gaga.
I mean, if he was actually really cheating on her, do you think he would use the internet to track where he's going and what he's doing?
That's very true, you know, because
keep his password the same.
He did say he knows that she's reading his emails.
Look, here's what this boils down to then. And when someone has an insecurity in a relationship, it's inevitably not gonna go well. It's gonna end. When someone's got paranoia, which is similar, it's not gonna last either. And so when you've got one individual that's either really insecure for no reason or paranoid for no reason, you're right, Todd. At some point, you're just going to say, hey, look, I'm not into this anymore.
Yeah, right.
I'm bailing because it's just added. You know what it's doing? It's making look at the rash on my skin.
Rashes,
that's what it's giving. It's giving you
everything.
hives and rashes, and you're going to take a Benadryl, and all of a sudden you're asleep. And it's not what you need in a relationship.
Yeah, she's going to end up driving him to doing something like that anyways. But, I mean, come on, get over it.
Yeah.
Are you that insecure that you got to track somebody, everything?
I think she is.
And then confront him about it?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people track their significant others.
Come on.
Do you know that 4 out of 4
track their significant others?
4 out of 5 iPhone owners try to get into their significant other's iPhone.
Are you serious?
I don't know if it's 4 out of 5, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact number, but I read it was a lot. It's more than half.
That's amazing.
All right. Thanks, Todd.
That's scary.
See you, buddy.
Bye. Great show.
Thanks for listening.
Makes sense, right? It's simple, deductive pragmatism, but built on a foundation that relies on a woman's accurate self-evaluations. The genuine desire they used to experience at the outset of their relationship was predicated upon a completely unknown set of variables. Overtly communicating a desire for a reciprocal desire creates obligation, and sometimes even ultimatums. Genuine desire is something a person must come to or be led to of their own volition. You can force a woman by threat to comply with behaving in a desired manner, but you cannot make her want to behave that way. A prostitute will fuck you for an exchange. It doesn't mean she wants to. Whether in a monogamous marriage, LTR, or one-night stand, ONS, strive for genuine desire in your relationships. Half of the battle is knowing you want to be with a woman who wants to please you, not one who feels obligated to. You will never draw this genuine desire from her by overt means, but you can covertly lead her to this genuine desire. The trick in provoking real desire is in keeping her ignorant of your intent to provoke it. Real desire is created by her thinking it's something she wants, not something she has to do. The desire dynamic. A woman's imagination is the single most useful tool in your game arsenal. Every technique, every casual response, every gesture, intimation, subcommunication hinges on stimulating a woman's imagination. Competition anxiety relies on it. Demonstrating higher value, DHV, relies on it. Prompting sexual tension relies on it. Call it caffeinating the hamster, if you will. But stimulating a woman's imaginings is the single most potent talent you can develop in any context of a relationship. Divulging the full truth of themselves to women in the mistaken belief that women desire that truth as a basis for qualifying for their intimacy. Learn this now. Women never want full disclosure. Nothing is more self-satisfying for a woman than to think she's figured a man out based solely on her mythical feminine intuition, i.e. imagination. When a man overtly confirms his character, his story, his value, etc. for a woman, the mystery is dispelled and the biochemical rush she enjoyed from her imaginings, her suspicions, her self-confirmations about you are gone. Most guys with a beta male mindset classically do exactly this on the first date and wonder why they get LJBF promptly after it. This is why. Familiarity is anti-seductive. Nothing kills game, organic passion, and libido like comfortable familiarity. Despite their common filibuster tactics, women don't want to be comfortable with a potential or proven sex partner. They need their imagination stoked to be excited, aroused, and anxious to want sex with a potential partner. In an LTR, there's an even more critical need to keep prodding that imagination. I would go so far as to say it's imperative for a healthy relationship. But then you'll ask, how do you go about that when your LTR girlfriend or wife already knows your story and the familiarity becomes cemented in? The easy answer is, let it never be from the outset. The health of any LTR you might entertain depends and survives on the frame you enter it with. The foundations of a healthy LTR are laid while you're single and dating non-exclusively. I've yet to meet the guy who's told me he's getting more frequent, more intense sex after his LTR, marriage, live-in situation was established. The primary reason for this is the relaxation of the competition anxiety that made the urgency of fucking you with lustful abandon in your dating phase an imperative to get you to commit to her frame. That's the crux of the matter that so many guys fail in. They surrender the frame before they commit to an LTR. They believe, thanks to their feminine conditioning, that commitment necessitates and is synonymous with acquiescing to her frame control. Combine this with anti-seductive familiarity and the growing commonness of your own value because of it, and you can see exactly why her sexual interest wanes. So what do you do to prevent that? First and foremost, understand that whose frame you enter into an LTR with sets the foundation of that LTR. If you find yourself buying into the "it's women's world and we just live in it" mentality, where your default presumption is that commitment means she wins by default, you lose, and that's just how it is. Don't even consider an LTR. She enters your world, not the other way around. Secondly, you need to cultivate an element of unpredictability about yourself prior to and into an LTR. Always remember, perfect is boring. Women will cry a river about wanting Mr. Dependable and then go off and fuck Mr. Exciting. In an LTR, it's necessary to be both, but not one at the expense of the other. Too many married men are terrified to rock the excitement boat with their wives or LTRs because their sex lives hang in the balance of placating to her and her already preset frame. She must be reminded daily why you are fun, unpredictable, and exciting, not only to her, but other women as well. This requires covertly, tactfully, demonstrably implying that other women find you desirable. Women crave the chemical rush that comes from suspicion and indignation. If you don't provide it, they'll happily get it from tabloids, romance novels, The View, Tyra Banks, or otherwise living vicariously through their single girlfriends. By playfully staying her source of that rush, you maintain the position of stimulating her imagination. Married men who were defeated before they committed don't think that elements of game apply to marriage out of fear of upsetting their wives' frame, when in fact, being cocky and funny, neg hits, and many other aspects of game work wonderfully. Just kicking her in the ass and busting her chops playfully is sometimes enough to send the message that you are fearless of her response. You can break her frame with cockiness and the imaginings that come with it. Breaking from an established, predictable familiarity is often a great way to fire her imagination. Married guys will report how sexual their wives become after they get to the gym and start shaping up after a long layoff or for the first time. It's easy to pass this off as looking better makes women more aroused, which is true, but underneath, that is the breaking of a pattern. You're controllable and predictable so long as you're pudgy and listless. What other woman would want you? But start changing your patterns. Get into shape. Make more money. Get a promotion. Improve and demonstrate your higher value in some appreciable way. And the imagination and competition anxiety returns. And this, of course, is met with either resistance or shame from her. What serves a man better is to make incremental changes in himself that she will perceive as attractive to other women. Women want to be with men who other women want to fuck, and other men want to be. This cuts both ways. The more empowered he becomes, the better physical shape he attains, the more professional achievements he gathers, the more social proof and status he accrues, the more valuable he makes himself, the more anxiety is produced. And this is the same old familiar competition anxiety a woman's hindbrain can't argue with. One of the first things I'll tell a man trapped in a her-frame relationship is to get to the gym. Train hard. Look better. This has two effects. First, it makes her physical interest in fucking increase. And second, it fires up that imagination. Why is he doing this? He's really looking better these days. I see it, and other women must see it too. Maybe I need to start working out. Gosh, those girls at the gym, they look really good. She can't argue with a healthy desire to look better, feel better, and be concerned with your health. Getting in better shape is the easiest, most immediate change you can effect. You may have little influence in getting a promotion at work, but you can change your body habits now. Women, being the calculating gender, know all too well to hit the gym months prior to a breakup. She's not getting in shape for you. She's getting ready to hit the ground running with the next guy she'll be fucking. They know this, so you're manifesting the same behavior. Caffeinates the hamster, since it hits home for them. Vagina is not authority. Do not accept that her sexuality is the authority of the relationship. The better you make yourself the authority you command, the more you abdicate to her, the less authority and respect you command. Women need to be told no. In fact, they want you to tell them no, especially in the light of the 800-pound gorilla in the room, her sexual agency. When a woman controls the long-term relationship frame with her vagina, it's always going to control and color your dealings with her. This is no way to go through life. It becomes this ever-present, unspoken understanding that she can ultimately play the pussy card and you'll comply.